Well, I am Natalie Stovall, and I sing and play fiddle.
Miguel Cancino, and I play the guitar.
I'm Zach Morris. I play the bass, and I was never on Saved by the Bell, oddly enough.
Whatever, don't let him lie. It's Zach Morris. I'm Joel Dormer, and I play guitar.
I'm James Bavendam. I play drums, and I was also never on Saved by the Bell.
I wanted to start out just kind of asking you guys some of your, musical influences, and then how you guys kind of came together as a band and knew, like, okay, this works.
Right. Well, I would say that my musical influences would be Garth Brooks, Shania Twain, Aerosmith, and Michael Jackson. Those are mine. Those are mine.
About the same. I mean, I love Michael Jackson. That's when I started listening to music, and then Aerosmith, and then some guitar players,
Mine are a little more varied, I'd have to say. Off the top of my head, Motorhead, ZZ Top, the Doobie Brothers, and electronic music.
I grew up listening to U2. Huge fan of U2.
Miguel Cancino. My biggest influence.
So, and then, how long have you guys, I know I read that you've been, made your Grand Ole Opry debut at 12 and have been doing this a long time. When did you guys come together as a group, and how did you guys get the name The Drive?
Well, we have been on the road together for about 8.5 years now. We play about 200 shows a year, so we spend a lot of time almost this close together in a van together. But James and I met in college, and that's where we formed a band and had started playing music together. And when we graduated from school, we were in college in Boston. We moved back down to Nashville. I'm from here, so I was moving back home. And we started looking for, the band that was going to be our band forever. And we found Miguel on Craigslist. And so that was how we found him.
Encounters.
Yes, I was very lonely.
No. Well, we fixed that for you. And then a mutual friend introduced us to Zach, and he came into our lives. And then when Zach joined, he said, hey, I think that you guys really need to meet my friend Joel. He would be a great addition to the band. And so... Yeah, a great banjo player. He had not played the banjo until this band and until we started actually, he's always been a guitar player, but now he plays pretty much anything that has strings on it. It's
I've changed.
kind of amazing, yeah. But, after we all got together, we started playing shows together, and then after a while of really working at it, the magic just started to come together and happen, and we knew that this was the group that we wanted to be in forever. So
That's awesome, and definitely working out because your single, Baby Come On With It, is huge right now. Everybody is singing that song. And what is your fan reaction? What has the fan reaction been to that song? I mean, when you guys play it live?
It has been so much fun. That song is such a representation of what we do on stage. It's a very live song. And so for us, one of the things that's crazy is that we've been on the road for almost a decade now, and when people come out to our shows, if they were singing along to our music, it was because they had been to shows before, and because we knew who they were, we would recognize them. And now all of a sudden people are hearing it on the radio, and they're coming out to our shows and they're singing along, and we've never met them before. We're like, wait, you know who we are?
How do you know us?
How do you know us?
How did this happen?
I know, it's the coolest thing. And so all of a sudden now people are singing our songs, that we've never met. So it's really fun.
That's amazing. And I know one thing I thought was really cool that I read is you guys have played like overseas or to the military, right? What does that mean to you to do that? I think that's really great, and thank you guys for doing that.
Oh, we get way more out of it than anyone in the military ever could. It's such an incredible experience for us. We have gotten to go overseas quite a few times with Navy Entertainment, and we've played for lots of bases here in the States too. We're actually going back to Japan this summer for 4th of July to play for the troops over there. And it's so funny, we were just joking. We have played in Africa, in Djibouti, Africa, on base 5 times, and we've played on the West Coast once. So we've played in Africa more times than we've played in Seattle, in his hometown, which is the craziest thing to think about. Those shows are by far the most meaningful and amazing shows to us, though. I mean, some of our most epic experiences as a band has been, when we get to fly out and play on these aircraft carriers that are deployed in the middle of the ocean, and they've flown us in Top Gun style where we do the catch landing on the deck of the aircraft carrier, and we got to play on the USS John C. Stennis and serve. It was Thanksgiving Day, so we got to serve Thanksgiving dinner to the sailors and then go set up for a show and play a show while they're all just hanging out in the the hangar of the aircraft carrier. It just doesn't get more epic than that.
That is amazing. That is really cool. And I want to talk a minute about like songwriting and new music. Do you guys write the music that you make, or what has the new album coming along? When is that coming out? Give us some scoop.
I am a songwriter, and I write a lot of the music that we do. We've also, it's been really fun because as a band, we've discovered a lot of music from other artists in town and songwriters and people that it was one of those things with a couple of the songs that are on the EP where we heard the song, and I didn't write it, but we had to play that song because it just sounds like us as a band, and we have adopted them and made them our own. And it's a really fun process for me because I will write music and I'll think that I know how it's going to sound in my head, and then I'll bring it to these guys and they make it sound better than I could have ever imagined. And so I'm really lucky in that. Thank you.
Thank God for us.
Thank you for that.
Thank God for us.
I'd be very lonely on stage if it wasn't for you guys.
That's very cool. Yeah, it seems like you guys have a good cohesive thing going on, and kind of feed off each other and everything like that. And one thing I know, I haven't had the chance to see you guys live yet, but I would love to, is that you guys give an amazing live performance. Like, I know you guys are known for that. What goes through your minds when you get up there on stage, and like what motivates you up there?
When I get on stage, I think, oh, I'm home.
We have so much fun together. We just like, we're playing with my best friends, so it's like, what doesn't get better than that, Any stage, anywhere, we're all together.
Yeah, we've worked a really long time to, even in forming this group, we were all trying to, it's important to be surrounded by people that you want to be around. Because in our careers, we spend a whole lot more time driving to shows and hanging out, 16 hours in a van to get to play maybe for an hour. And so you spend a lot more time hanging out together than you do actually physically playing. And so for us, it's a blessing, and it's a lot of fun that we have so much fun together and that we are such a tight family, because I think that that's shows on stage and is one of the reasons that we, that you've heard maybe that we put on these good live shows, because that's what we love more than anything in the world, and it means a lot to us to be on stage. Whether
We've had a lot
there's
of practice, so hopefully we're at least getting better at it.
It's the
If we're getting
one thing
worse,
we
then
should
it's
be
not
good
good.
at, so,
If there's
you know.
anything, playing live and making your hair look big. It's the two things we practice the most.
That's two things that we know.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do you guys like to help out with the hair? Do you keep her in check?
It's a team effort. We're all just standing around
They're all
teasing.
teasing and spraying.
Well,
And,
I mean,
yeah.
Are you there? Where did you go?
Well, I mean, he had to shave his head because there just wasn't enough room.
There wasn't enough room for the hair. We can't hold any more hairspray. They wouldn't let us in tunnels and bridges if
I
we
know,
had any more
thank
flammable.
goodness there's no other girls in the band, because I get all the hairspray to myself, and there wouldn't be any left for anyone else anyway. So.
Well, it's amazing. I love your hair. So, and obviously, 2014 is kind of just getting rolling. I know you guys, like you said, are on the road all the time. What else do you guys have in store for 2014? What should fans be looking for?
We are going to be completing the EP and making it a full album. So we're very excited about that. We have, we didn't put a ballad on the EP, but we have a ballad that we're really, really excited about and means a lot to us that's coming out on the record. And we have quite a few songs that we're excited to go into the studio and record. The tricky thing is going to be we're on the road all year. So trying to get back into the studio every chance we get is the only thing, but we're going to be releasing the full record as soon as we can. We're playing festivals, a whole lot of new festivals. We're going to Canada this year to play for the Boots and Hearts Festival this summer.
Anywhere they book us.
Anywhere,
We'll be there.
anywhere they book us, we will be there to
You give
play.
us a